Search crews continue to sift through the ashes in West Maui to look for more victims of the deadly wildfire that happened there. Officials confirm 96 people died in the disaster. It is now the deadliest wildfire in the U.S. in more than a century. Hundreds of people are still reported missing and unaccounted for since those fires started.
Let's go to Fox Weather's Max Gordon. He's been in the Maui area for the past few days checking on the damage. Join us this morning where the time in Maui about 4:15 in the morning. Good morning to you, Max.
Hey, good morning. So much sadness, so much mourning here on the island of Maui, and now a search for answers. No official word on why these fires started, but over the weekend, a class action lawsuit was filed against Hawaiian Electric. That's the power company here. And this lawsuit alleges that Hawaiian Electric ignored weather warnings, ignored the high fire danger, ignored the high winds, and continued to electrify their lines. And that is what caused this deadly wildfire. Now, Hawaiian Electric, in a statement to Fox, wouldn't comment on pending litigation and said that they are focused on restoring power to the west side of Maui. Meanwhile, the governor wants an investigation into what happened. Take a listen.
I've authorized a comprehensive review of what happened in the early hours of the fire and the hours thereafter. We will build back together. We will find out what we could have done to prevent such loss of life. We are bringing the full force of government to try to do all we can to alleviate suffering.
The local government here still limiting access to the town of Lahaina, devastated by this fire, saying it's still unsafe and they're still recovering bodies. In one case, an entire family of 4 was identified as victims. An overnight curfew is in place on the west side of Maui, running from 10 p.m. through 6 a.m. with access during the day limited to residents and people with hotel reservations. According to the governor, more than 2,700 buildings were destroyed, the vast majority of them being houses. With so many people now without homes, the need is immense. The county estimates that around 4,500 people now need shelter. Government and nonprofit organizations are distributing aid, but some say that there's been too much red tape and that help has been coming in too slowly.
My plea to the government, the state, the FEMA and everything is don't say that, well, you're a church organization, we're not going to work with a church organization. I have a whole medical team. I have probably 6 doctors and 10 nurses that are ready to go, and we could go all throughout this island. We did it during COVID. We can do it now. We have food. We have people who are dying to help. They just want to help.
Meanwhile, the death toll is expected to rise. Hundreds remain missing, and people here are urged to submit DNA swabs to help identify the victims. Back to you.
Max, I know you said that the governor has called for a full investigation, but is there any more information about what happened with the emergency alert system in Maui and why we see some of the cars, the charred cars in some of that video? It looks like people waited or weren't able until the very last minute to try and get out when it was too late.
Yes, that's a great question. And there's a lot of questions surrounding why weren't people notified soon enough with enough time to get out. Now, firefighters initially thought that they had this fire under control, but the winds whipped up so quickly, 80-mile-per-hour winds. The governor calling this a fire hurricane. This fire was moving at a mile a minute, moving 60 miles per hour. So it could have been 10 miles away, and it would have been there in 10 minutes. Now, there are questions to whether or not the sirens in town should have been activated, the tsunami warning sirens. There were some posts on social media warning residents that this fire was coming, but those posts might have been too late. The people that I've talked to in the town of Lahaina tell me that they had no idea this fire was coming, and they were just hearing it from word of mouth, and they got out as fast as they could. Some people, unfortunately, couldn't get out in time and burned to death in their cars.
Yeah, it's very tragic. All right. Max Gordon, thanks so much for that update from Maui. We appreciate the report.
And don't forget, you can get more on this story and more like it on the Fox Weather app. Just use your phone to scan the QR code on your screen or go to foxweather.com.